Hello everyone. In this video, I'll guide you through the latest frontier of artificial intelligence with a deep dive into Claude Opus 4.7. Released in April 2026, this update from Anthropic represents a pivot from just making models smarter to making them more reliable for high-stakes professional work. If you have been following the Claude series, you know Opus has always been the flagship. But 4.7 introduces structural changes to how the model reasons and interacts with complex data that you need to understand before integrating it into your workflow. The headline feature of this release is undoubtedly the refined agentic reasoning. Anthropic has addressed what they called the persistence deficit in previous models. If you have ever used an AI to handle a multi-step project and watched it lose the plot halfway through, Opus 4.7 is the answer. It now features an extra high effort level, specifically designed for long-running agentic tasks. This allows the model to maintain its goal state across dozens of tool calls, meaning it's much better at catching its own errors and trying secondary approaches, rather than just giving up when a single step fails. Another massive jump is in the vision capabilities. We're moving from the old 1.15 megapixel limit straight to 3.75 megapixels. This isn't just about clearer pictures, it's a functional unlock for technical professionals. At this resolution, Claude Opus 4.7 can actually read dense screenshots of financial terminals, parse complex architectural diagrams, and perform pixel-perfect analysis of user interfaces. It even maps coordinates one-to-one with actual pixels now, removing the need for the awkward scale factor math that plagued earlier vision models. However, there's a hidden catch in this update that has caused quite a stir in the tech community: the new tokenizer. While Anthropic kept the price per token the same as Claude 4.6, the new tokenizer is much more dense, especially for non-Latin scripts. This means that for the exact same block of text, you might be billed for up to 35% more tokens than before. It's essentially a stealth price increase in exchange for better multilingual performance. If you're running high-volume production tasks, you'll want to recalculate your margins, as your monthly bill will likely climb even though the sticker price looks unchanged. On the benchmark side, Opus 4.7 is currently the world champion for coding. It scores a staggering 87.6% on SWE Bench Verified, outperforming both GPT 5.5 and Gemini 3.1 Pro in resolving real-world GitHub issues. It handles massive code bases with a 1 million token context window and a 128K output limit, which is double the output capacity of its closest competitors. This makes it the go-to choice for generating entire modules or refactoring massive legacy systems in a single pass. But it isn't perfect. Early reviews suggest that while reasoning is up, source synthesis has taken a slight hit. When processing dozens of documents, the model sometimes struggles to attribute specific claims to the correct source compared to the more clinical Opus 4.6. It also tends to favor complexity, which can occasionally lead it to over-engineer solutions for simple problems. Ultimately, Claude Opus 4.7 is a specialized tool. It's no longer trying to be the fun or chatty assistant. It's a professional-grade reasoning engine for coding, financial analysis, and complex agentic workflows. If you need a model that can work autonomously for an hour on a difficult engineering problem, this is currently the best in the world. But for simple daily queries, you might find the increased token cost and the more literal instruction following to be overkill. That's everything you need to know about the current state of Claude. Subscribe the channel for more videos.